Hey guys, I'm Chase, and in this video we're going to be looking at a Game Boy, an original Game Boy that has such an amazing story. This Game Boy originally is 28 years old, and 15 of those 28 years it's spent in the ruins of a 2005 house fire. I don't normally share the backstories with a lot of my repairs, but this one really touched my heart and I just had to share it. The story goes back in 1992, Jason received a Game Boy from his mother, and shortly after his mother was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and she ended up perishing due to the house fire. For about 15 years, Jason and his family didn't end up going to the rubble of the house fire because it was rather difficult for them. Until recently, Jason and his family returned to the ruins of the house fire, and his sister ended up finding the original Game Boy that his mother gave him. He contacted me and asked me if I'd be willing to take the job of trying to restore this Game Boy, but possibly taking a donor console and swapping parts and trying to get maybe one of the boards to work or something to make a console that worked again, that had some pieces of the past for him. I was honored and I said I would take the job. So thank you, Jason. So the verse I chose for this video is Philippians 4:13, and it says, "I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me." I chose this verse because this is a interesting repair that I got a chance to do that I couldn't have done without the Lord's hand in it. And I literally can't do anything without God's hand in anything that I do. I need my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I need him every hour, every moment of every day. I need him to help me through everything that I do, everything that I say, everything that I think. But you have to trust Christ and you have to rely on Christ, that you have to lean on Christ. That's the whole point. You can do all things, but you have to lean on him. You can't do things of your own self. And so we praise God when we can lean on him and trust him. Let's get on with this repair. All right, so we've got a piece of the logic board that broke off here. What else do we have? So here's the insides of the console. Wow, yeah. I wasn't exactly sure what all I could salvage from this. I figured for sure I could salvage the directional pad, the A and B buttons, and the select and start buttons for sure. Probably not this. What else? Yeah, there was a game called The Chess Master in it. I don't know if we can get that game out. I don't even know if it works. I mean, we can give it a go though. I wonder if this roller, no, that's not gonna work. That headphone jack probably won't work either. But we'll go ahead and let me see if I can get this ribbon cable out here. I'm going to be real gentle with it. Here it is. There it is. We got it out. Ha ha ha. That's awesome. So that's probably for the screen. I've never actually worked on an original Game Boy before, believe it or not. Oh wow, some of these screws. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get some of these out. Let's see. Probably not, no. Let's try that one. No. It's just these screws are rather rusted, and so I don't know the likelihood. I mean, if we could get these buttons out, I think that would be a huge step forward. I'm going to set this aside. Let's take a look at this board here and see if we can get these screws out, and maybe these as well. Aha. All right, so we got one screw out here for the, looks like a headphone jack, and I don't know if there's anything else here. Let's see here. Can you believe this, guys? It sat outside for 15 years. I'm so glad that Jason came and retrieved it when he did, because, man, I don't see it surviving much longer outside. All right, let's get these screws out here. That's awesome. I think it's amazing that we're getting some of these screws out on this side of the board. This is the board that I'm more worried about than anything because it's got our buttons here, and that's going to be one of the things that I would really love to get out so we can put it into our donor console. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take the boards out of this donor system, and whatever we can't use to fix these boards, We're just going to take the guts from this one and we're going to transplant them into our new case here. Sometimes you can take a tool and kind of, well, might have to try to get this game out first, actually. Let me see. Ooh, that sounds promising. Oh, wow. I don't know, we'll see here. There we go. Okay, it's starting to come out here. I don't know how in bad shape this thing is, but let's see. Okay, it's coming. Slowly but sure. There, here we go. All right. Wow. Wow. It came out. That is amazing. Wow, look at that. All right, let's give this a quick clean with some alcohol and we'll try it in our donor system to see if it works. All right. Let's get a soft bristled toothbrush in there. Just kind of clean with some alcohol here. A little bit more. And we'll just wipe it down with a clean part of the toilet paper here. All right. All right, let's give it a go in our donor system here. See if it actually does anything. That'd be so interesting if it did. All right. Almost. Is it doing anything? Okay. Shut it off. Turn it again. Same thing. So I know it has to say Nintendo across the board, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's put it back in. Try again. Oh, we're close. We're really close. I'm pretty sure it has to say a full Nintendo. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's try now. Ooh, we are super close. Alright. Let's give this a go here. Oh, full Nintendo logo. All right. The game is booting up. Oh my goodness, it's booting up. It's working. Wow. All right, let's try again. Full Nintendo logo. Wow, I can't believe it's working. We got the game working. And look, it's literally, it's melted. All right, so this is amazing. Oh, this is awesome. All right, so Jason, your game's working now. Let's attempt to see what else we can do with these boards here. There. Okay, so it's coming. Let's just push down a little bit. We're trying to get the negative terminal out of the battery compartment here. If we can get that out, then we can get the board out. Let's give it a little wiggle here. I don't think that thing is going to come off. All right, so what we'll do is we'll throw some alcohol in this part of the board. We'll clean it up. There. We'll go ahead and turn on our fume extractor. And turn on the soldering iron. Put some flux down on this negative terminal here. And we are going to heat it with this iron away from those wires. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can pull it right out. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Let's see if we can do it for the same on the other side. So we can just pull it right on out of there. See that? Flux. Right now my soldering iron is at 650 Celsius. Let's see if we can get it sink in there. Wow, that is... Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, wow, the board is out. Wow, the board actually doesn't look that bad.
I mean, considering, I mean, that's obviously no good. Oh, power switch, yeah. Obviously, the power switch is no good. It looks like that, I don't know, that adapter port or whatever that is. I'm not even sure. And this scrolling wheel, for contrast maybe. I'm assuming that's no good. But the actual chip looks in really decent shape considering that it was, left out for so many years. That's amazing. Sorry, my video cut off. I wasn't sure about how much was caught on camera. But we got the board out, and the board surprisingly looks fine. I mean, besides the backside of the board, we're gonna have to clean it out. But beside all that, I mean, the only things really that will probably need to be changed is this scrolling wheel for, and this, I mean, it's actually technically freed up, but this needs to be a lot freer than that. And this adapter port or whatever this is some external connector. I'm not sure what it's for. This power switch will have to be replaced. This will have to be replaced. This will have to be replaced. And we can pull it from our donor console, which will be really cool. And then I'll have to clean up the back of this board. I don't know the likelihood if this board could work, but that would be super cool if we could get it going. So far, during this repair, we got the Chess Master game going, which I did not expect, but we actually got it working. Now our next goal is to get this board to work. So let's move over to the microscope, and I'm going to go ahead and look at this button, or this switch here. Man, I was having the toughest time. My microscope camera decided to just not record anymore. Like, you'd have an image on the screen, but it just wouldn't record video. So thankfully I had another microscope camera, so I had to set that up on it. All right, now we can finish recording this. Wow. Oh my. All right. So let's take a look at the board here. I'm gonna have to, let's see. All right. So we'll have to zoom in here and adjust that. All right. I'm going to have to clean off the board with some isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush. Try to get rid of some of that dirt and grime and that corrosion, and all sorts of rust, and I don't know what else. I mean, it's pretty bad. All right, let's clean up a little bit more here. Just go over the board here. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and fire up the paste station. We'll throw it on 700 degrees, and we'll throw some flux down on each one of these pins here for the power jack. We need some solder here. All right. Let's grab the iron here, and we'll start by doing this ground, this big ground here. Solder doesn't even want to go on that. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, sorry. Solder doesn't even want to go on that anchor. Well, I guess now it does. Kinda, maybe not. Oh, that anchor just wants to fall right on out of there. Oh, this might be easier than I think, guys. Alright. Wow, that is a not super good smell. It's from the rust and the grime there. Alright. I'm going to grab our solder wick and see if I can get some sort of action here with this wick. Okay. So that'll just fall through basically. Alright. Alright. Let's clear this out here. Alright, it didn't work too well, but we'll go ahead and see if I can focus this a little bit better. See if I can grab it on out of there. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Come on. Or maybe I can push it through. Oh, I'm having, oh, there it is. There it is. Look at that, right there. Haha, popped right out. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to get that to come out. Wow. Man, that is something. All right, so we clear our holes all out. So there's one of our ground holes, and it's all right. So these, what is that one? That is not officially cleared out yet. Let's go ahead and get some flux on there, and I'll try to clear it with the solder wick here. That one's cleared out. Technically this one is, but it has like some rust in it or something. It's like not very good. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and readjust here. And let's go ahead and hit it with some alcohol here. Just clear it off with the brush. Wow. That's starting to look a lot better now. I don't know if that's, yeah, it's either rust or flux or something. I don't know what all that stuff is there. Trying to be careful not to pull up the solder mask from the actual board. With the brush again. Looking a lot better than what it did. I mean, go from that to that. That's awesome. Alright, so next thing we're going to work on is this connector here. Alright, this connector right here is probably what I'm going to do next. We're going to need to clean this with some alcohol for sure, and with the brush we're just trying to brush it off, just pretty much getting rid of like just loose debris and rust and stuff that's just loose. Then we'll heat it up with the soldering iron, and we'll probably end up melting it with the hot air station to get it off, because usually when you deal with connectors that are like this through hole, you kind of have to use hot air to get rid of them or to get them out. But we start them first with some leaded solder, so that it lowers the melting temperature, and then you'll have better success getting the old connector out. It's taken. Sorry guys, my camera doesn't center real well, and so when I look at it under the microscope, I think that you guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing, but turns out you guys are seeing a zoomed up version of what I'm seeing. Alright, so now we got those are ready to go. Alright, so I went ahead and I set this board aside. So I obviously got to put the volume, I think it's volume, the volume dial circle thing, the external connector. We're going to transfer those components over. And then I'll probably end up swapping this board as well, and I'll probably just end up swapping this as well, because to be honest, the other ones they're not in very good shape. They look very worn out, and I would rather him have this particular board, this one, working, but these two things replaced, because these look in immaculate shape. They look great. So now the only problem that I am gonna have with this, and I realized this early on, I'm really gonna have to somehow file these screws down or break the board, because what I need to do is I need to get access to these buttons. That's what I want specifically, because I need to get these buttons and put them in our new case when I go ahead and install everything. But all of these screws have rusted out, and I can't really do anything with them, so I'm gonna have to either drill them out or something so I can pop this particular board off, since we're not going to use this board at all. The board is actually physically damaged, and the board that we have set aside is in amazing shape. So we'll go ahead and we'll probably drill these out or something. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so after a lot of drilling out screws and just destroying boards, I was finally able to get to the A and B buttons. That's what I was wanting to get to. can probably just pop them out here. Wow, look at that. That is crazy. Okay, there's one. There's two. So the start and select buttons are actually in decent shape. So we'll still use these. I clean them up, and then the D-pad is looking great too. I'll just clean that up, and then we'll just end up replacing the rubber pieces because, to be honest, these are going to be old and worn out. I mean, as far as these go, as long as I can clean these up and gently, they should be all right. But the physical buttons, I would rather replace the rubber pieces on them just to make them good. All right, so I went ahead and soldered on the positive and negative connections. We're gonna test it and see if it works. I am terrified. I don't know if this thing is going to work or not, but I'm really hoping. That'd be really, really neat. So we soldered on the power switch as well, so we'll be able to see if this thing turns on or not. So we'll need to connect up the screen here to our ribbon cable to the connector. All right, our screen's connected. All right, batteries are in, screen's connected. Does it turn on? Okay, it's working. It's working. Does it play a game? That is a big question. Okay, and the speaker wasn't working either. Oh, well, the volume might be all the way down because the thing. Okay, cool. All right, let's plug a game in. Let's see. Does it play a game? Okay. So, oh, not yet. Maybe not. We'll see. Shut that off. Unplug. Plug back in. Turn on. We need Nintendo logo. No, not yet. Try again. Nothing. Okay, let's try again. No, it doesn't recognize anything. Okay, so I went ahead and I cleaned the LCD connector and I cleaned the cartridge port as well. So this is take two. Let's see if we get to the black Nintendo logo. All right, black Nintendo logo is booting up like normal. And of course, no sound because the sound control is not there. All right, let's put the game in. All right, let's see. Oh, it's booting up. Full Nintendo? Black screen or P screen. I don't know, P color screen. Let's try again. Well, let's try without the game. Okay, without game we're good. Okay, with game. Nintendo logo. Okay, Nintendo logo. All right, let's boot. Boot the game. Okay, we're freezing at the Nintendo logo. Let's try again. Nintendo logo. We know the game works. Enough. Oh, booting back to the Nintendo logo again. All right. Shutting off. All right, well, I'm gonna go over probably and change a few capacitors probably, and I'm gonna clean up a little bit more on the board. Okay, so I did a lot of stuff off camera just because my microscope camera doesn't look the greatest, and I just wanted to get this thing done. So we went ahead and replaced, I think it would be a potentiometer, I'm not exactly sure, but it's the volume control, that auxiliary connection. We replaced that. All of the main capacitors, I transplanted them from the working board over to this board. I went ahead and reflowed all of the chips. Just reflowed all the solder and all the chips. What else? Oh, okay, I changed the headphone jack, and I think this might be a volume control. I don't know, maybe an audio amp. I'm not even sure what it is, but anyway. So let's go ahead. The game is inserted. Let's go ahead and power it up. Volume works, and haha, game is working. Awesome. All right, cool. So let's get this thing back together and we'll show you guys the final product. All right, so here it is with the original buttons. We also replaced the connector, the volume control, and we did end up replacing the charge or the headphone jack as well. All right, let's try the game. It's working. All right, so it's finally done. Here it is. When going from this and this to this.
So this repair was extremely tedious, as you guys saw. And it was a tough video to make because my microscope camera decided not to work through about half of it, which was kind of crazy. And my other microscope camera that I had on hand, the quality just wasn't there. So, but I just wanted to include whatever footage I did have that I captured from this repair. But I also wanted to say this video is dedicated to Jason and his family. I'm very, very thankful that you guys allowed me to be part of this. It was such an honor to be a part of anything sentimental in this way that's so big. And I'm glad that I could help in any way possible. If you guys want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and like this video and share it around with your friends. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys.